sports show. This is the Bet Slip
segment, of course.
We always take a look at what happened over the weekend before we attack the new week.
Yep.
And what happened on Saturday?
Yes, bro. I know. I placed this bet. I was actually following up, and disappointments, my brother. Just one goal. Paderborn versus Elfsberg. That was.
They equalized in I think 94th minute. 1-1. And of course, what do you have on Sunday?
On Sunday as well, we lost by one team, Ajax versus Sparta Rotterdam. We had over 2.5 goals, 1-1 full time. Very sad story on Sunday as well. But remember, we had told guys, you can put a bet of over 1.5 for the whole weekend. So that means you will have won. If you did that, you won.
Exactly. Yeah. And on Monday, it looked like it's a very bad trend. We had this team, I think, from Netherlands. I had both teams to score markets. Yeah. And it ended 1-0. Actually, it is the strong team which registered a 1-0. I was like, okay, what is happening? Here it is. Here is my bet slip, as you can see on the screen.
Yeah, I saw this because you already sent it to me as well, but just confirmation that young Ajax did us bad as well on Monday because it was around 2.8 odds.
Yes.
Which was good. On Tuesday, same thing. We banked on Arsenal to score.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they hit the post a number of times.
And a goal was ruled out.
It's football, yeah.
So
a very close goal was ruled out. So it's football. We move, we live, we keep on.
On Wednesday, 3.34 odds.
Tick.
Yes.
Tick. Congratulations.
3 games, 3 odds, and
a
that
win.
Is, as we shoot today, is a Wednesday, is a Thursday, sorry, and that means
we are waiting for the Thursday bet to see how it goes.
So you'll get the update on our Telegram channel and WhatsApp.
And I hope we win because we had Thursday teams, the Europa League and the Conference. I think it was a very good bet. I had a number of teams. So good.
Yeah. And also Telegram, we keep on winning. There is a guy called Martin who is posting some good stuff there.
Yeah.
And people
some
on
engagement stuff
are winning.
Yeah.
He also has some good tips. So
of course,
ensure you join. We'll leave the link in the comment section.
Yes.
Now, we'll go
direct
to
the weekend.
Saturday. I have around 5 games, 5 odds. And I'll start with early kickoff. Germany Bundesliga 2. That is, we have Darmstadt taking on Hamburg. Or Hamburger. Over 2.5, 1.44 odds. Game number 2 from Bundesliga, the main league. We have RB Leipzig taking on Bayern Munich, the league leaders. Over 2.5, that is 1.36 odds. From the Super League, around 7 p.m.
Which Super League?
Turkey Super League. We have Galatasaray taking on Sivasspor. That is over 2.5, 1.32 odds. Game number 4, this is Eliteserien. This is your league.
Yeah, Norway league.
You really like
I like that league.
Vålerenga taking on SK Brann over 1.5, 1.20 odds. And the last one, we can call it TBT, something like that. But we call it TSC. Actually, it's TSC. Or we can call it Baka Topola. Will be up against Varna Vesda. This is Red Star Belgrade.
Yep.
Depending on the bookie you're using, names could change. Another over 2.5, this is the biggest odd I have for Saturday. This is 1.65 odds over 2.5.
Wow. It looks good as usual. You know, we were very unfortunate last weekend.
Yeah.
But that basically looks good. I see you brought hamburgers yet again.
Yes.
Yeah, we know. Somebody's going to feast on hamburgers. You also have Bayern Munich, the German Giants.
Yes.
I think it's a time where they need to push for more goals as well. Playing against Leipzig should produce more goals.
Yeah.
We also have Red Star Belgrade or Svena Vezda.
Yeah.
How you want to call it. I think it's a good bet as well. And then you have another over 1.5, I think, from
that's from Turkey. No, Turkey we have Galatasaray with Turkey over Sivasspor.
Over 2.5.
But the one of 1.5 it is Vålerenga versus Brann.
Awesome. Yep. Just like Brann, brilliant. Let's see how Saturday will go, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
What do you have on Sunday?
On Sunday we have a number of Premier League teams, and I like the Premier League these days because we see a number of goals lately. I have as well a team from La Liga and one from Bundesliga. So my teams, all of them are from the Europe top 5 leagues. Let's see what we got. Real Madrid playing Celta de Vigo. This is a Spanish La Liga match. Very early in the afternoon of that Sunday. I think Real Madrid should win this game, although you can also go for over 2.5 goals. But I feel like if you want to go safe, let's go Real Madrid win.
Yeah.
And then we have Brentford taking on the great Manchester United, over 1.5 goals. I believe Brentford can score once, maybe Manchester United could score, or if not, Brentford can score twice, and we'll have over 1.5 goals. And then we have Brighton versus Newcastle United, same market, over 1.5 goals, still in the Premier League at the same time as Manchester United. And then we have West Ham versus Tottenham Hotspurs. This is the London derby, and I have over 1.5 goals as well. And then we have the biggest game of the weekend, of course, still very useless, but very important for Chelsea because they will be looking forward to gaining the top 4 momentum or top 5 because top 5 teams are going to the Champions League, right?
Yep.
Chelsea versus Liverpool. I believe both teams will score in this one. If you feel you want to have a safe bet, go for over 1.5 goals. But yeah, both teams to score. And lastly, from the Bundesliga, Freiburg versus Leverkusen, I have as well both teams to score. What do you think about this bet?
I doubt if you've ever given a very safe bet on Sunday. I really doubt. This is one of the best safe bets I've ever seen.
I'm glad.
From Liverpool taking on Chelsea. Of both teams to score, very possible. Then you have the great Manchester United taking on Brentford, another over 1.5. Newcastle and Brighton.
Of course, if Manchester United fails to score two, Brentford will score for us.
Yeah, that's why I call Manchester the great team. Yeah, and we have Brighton, Brentford over 1.5. For Newcastle, actually, I could even give them
over 2.5.
Over 2.5.
Yeah, it's very possible. The odd was around 1.57. As you mentioned, I just went for a safe bet.
Yeah. Bayer Leverkusen, both teams to score. Bayer Leverkusen have very bad experience, but over the weekend, Juventus proved me wrong. So yes, let's go for
Bayern, both teams to score.
Bayer Leverkusen, both teams to score.
Okay.
I believe they'll concede and they will score. Looks good. You can mix the two, Saturday and Sunday. Try to fine-tune the odds.
Yep.
Where you feel it's possible, fine-tune. Where you feel Newcastle can produce over 2.5, please do it.
Yeah.
Where you feel United can score just one goal.
Yeah. And most importantly, play over 1.5s for all the games that we have here. And
moving
you can
straight. Moving straight to Monday. Two teams, two odds. We don't have a lot of matches. If we do, not so good to bet on. But I try to get two. We have Kasim Pasa. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Kasim Pasa.
Yes, taking on Trabzonspor. Yes, over 2.5, 1.54 odds. Game number 2, Malmo taking on Bromapokana. Something like that. It has a J which is silent. Over 2.5, 1.55 odds, a total of 2.39, around 2.39.
On Tuesday, things look tricky, by the way, because it doesn't look so good. We have very, very, very little teams on the as fixtures. So I have Urawa versus G Osaka. This is the Japan J1 League. And we don't have teams when we go all the way to Japan just to make a bet. Urawa versus Gamba Osaka, I have over 1.5 goals. And then I have Meta versus Supernova. This is the Latvia Versliga. I have over 2.5 goals. And then later on, we have Inter versus Barcelona, over 1.5 goals. That is the Champions League game, the second leg of the semi-final of the Champions League.
Well, it looks good. On Wednesday, believe me, it looks even terrible. Really looks bad. And to a point, the teams I got, I didn't get them in any bookmaker.
I feel you. I know.
So we could place as time approaches. I just have two teams from Singapore, so I'll not be giving the odds. We have Tampa Rovers taking on Balestia.
That should be over 2.5.
Over 2.5. They do produce a lot of goals. I guess you know them. Then we have, still from the same league, we have Tanjong Pagar United taking on Young Lions. Another over 2.5. No odds.
All right. On Thursday, which is the last day, we have Thursday teams, so many Premier League teams playing on Thursday means the Europa League and the Conference Cup. We have the second leg of the Europa League, Bodo Glimt versus Tottenham, both teams to score. And then I have Manchester United versus Bilbao in the same competition, over 1.5 goals. And then in the Conference Cup, Chelsea versus Jugaden. I know this will have a very low odd because the odds are not there on the bookmaker yet, but I still believe Chelsea will win and will have over 2.5 goals. So you can go with either way. And lastly, we have Fiorentina versus Betis over 1.5 goals. So that is our Thursday bet.
For Chelsea, if you want to increase the odds, you can do something we call combo.
Yeah.
So you just give
Chelsea
win and over 2.5
goals,
to increase the odds and up to maybe 1.67.
We have also the train bet. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And when we have it, of course, here is where you'll get that booking code. And if you're watching this until now, we appreciate you so much. And you know what value you can bring to us? Just one thing. Hit that like button and comment from where you're watching from, because we're going to be reading some more comments towards the end of this video. I don't know if you're ready.
I am ready. Actually, you can do them. Last episode I did so.
You did them.
Yes.
We have a number of comments all here across Africa or across the world.
Yeah.
And of course, we are glad to mention Iko Jonathan. He says, yo, Kong's family, it's Emma Nathan from Uganda. You guys are just top notch. Good work.
Yes, there is another guy called Story, Story 1J.
Yeah.
This is my first trial from Nigeria. Abdulaziz. I think the name is Abdulaziz.
Yeah, he's Abdulaziz.
Yes.
And then we have Grevazio Banda, watching all the way from Zambia. I think Grevazio has been one of our biggest fans ever since we started.
Yeah.
Grevazio Banda watching from even when we don't ask people to comment. He always does. Big up, Grevazio.
We have another new guy here by the name... is it Otum? Otum Ulo. Big thanks, guys. We really appreciate, bro.
And then we have Nabire Bakosma. He said, I love you guys from all the way from Uganda. Big up.
All right, we have another guy called Demian Kashweka. I think this is a Zambian guy.
Yeah.
Because he's of your winning bet, people are saying I'm a witch. But I'm proud you guys from Demian Kashweka. From Lusaka, Zambia.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
People are calling us witch.
And then we have Sunday Onyebuchi. This Agaz is from west of Africa. This is Nigeria. Good morning, sir. Bro, I'm watching from Nigeria. Yeah, just prove me right.
Yes, we have another guy called Dominic Mukasa. Hello, watching from Uganda. Yes, big up Dominic.
Yeah, and we have a beauty, of course. This name looks like she's from Kenya, Regina Akayo. Wherever you are, you can always type where you are. She says, have loved your prediction.
Right.
Big up, Regina.
Solomon Asamoah. Good afternoon. We are very glad for the work you are doing for us. Please be giving us the code.
So maybe join the Telegram channel. That is where we put codes most of the time. And then we have Aoba Kwera Raymond, watching all the way from Botswana.
Wow.
Big up.
Watching you from Zambia, he's called Muzime Sianga.
Muzime Sianga yet again. You remember this guy?
Yes.
Yeah, I think in Zambia we have so many fans. So I think we need to make a trip to Zambia.
Sure.
Muzime Sianga, we're going to make a trip to Zambia one day.
I want to come and watch Zesco.
Yes. And then we have Noke Mode
This from
Oemaka.
Nigeria.
Yes. Noke Modoemaka.
Yes.
I'm watching from Nigeria. You guys are awesome. I'm a huge fan.
Right, we have another guy called Signature, the rapper, from Uganda. UG with some flags there.
So proud of Uganda.
Yes.
Mr. Signature. And then we have Liema Tiani Limza, watching all the way from Cape Town, South Africa, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then my prediction for Bournemouth versus Manchester United, 1x and under 4.5 goals. Wow. This is called Prosper Bwalia.
Yeah, Bwalia is a Zambian name.
He got it right, actually.
Yeah, and he got that bet right, by the way. Big up and congratulations, Mr. Prosper. And then we have Atugonza Fred. Yes, watching from Uganda. Big up, Fred.
Theophilus is just telling us good work, guys. We appreciate.
And then we have Tashager Moges from Ethiopia. Good gracious. He said, I'm watching from Ethiopia, yeah? Big up, Tashager.
We have another guy here. I don't know, it's called the Sungana. All right. Sungana Nigon Nani. This is from South Africa.
Yes,
right?
of course, yes.
Yes, watching from South Africa.
Yep.
Kindly, I don't know how we can get the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't know if you're getting some right.
I wish they could pronounce this by themselves.
We'll give them an episode on Telegram.
To do something.
Where you're doing from.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we feature them.
Yeah.
And then we have watching from Ghana, Humble Gabi.
Yes, we have Akwetugu from Nigeria.
And then we have Senka Ali Patrick. So he said Senka Ali Patrick from Uganda. Big up, Patrick.
This guy is saying this is still Regina, right?
Yeah,
You
it's
mentioned
still
about
Regina,
that.
yeah.
We go straight from Uganda. Akoya Tips.
UK.
Yes.
From Uganda, yeah. And then we have from Qatar, all the way from Qatar, we have Benson Kirimi. Anticipating this is a Kenyan living in Qatar.
Yes.
Big up, Benson Kirimi.
We have this guy from called Sifoma Gagula. He was saying he didn't get the Brondby versus Silkeborg.
And then we have all the way from Malawi, Gift, and I think that is our last comment. So we had so many comments. You can keep them coming in the next video because we're going to read them. We just make that effort to make sure that we read them. So also remember to follow us on all our socials. The links and everything will be in the description section and in the comment section. And make sure you follow us on Telegram especially because that is where we are active with the tips. So that is the end of our Bet Slip section. My name is Brian.
You call me Vincent.
And this is the Liquid Sports Show.